out for you. Good job. Another one. Well, good morning, everybody. It is late in the morning. It is already 6:30. I wanted to get up early, but the pork butts that we have today, they're not really that big, maybe 5 pounds. I kind of overslept a little bit, and I had to run up to the store. I forgot something. So today we are going to be on the Pitboss Pellet smoker. This is so far has been my favorite smoker that I've had. I'm going to show you real quick how I get it started and get it up to temperature before as I prep the meats. Okay. All right. So the instructions tell you to open the door. Okay. Open the door up, and then you want to put this on smoke. You gotta, and then we turn this on, and it'll start going. You can hear it. It's already come up. All right. So what we're going to try today, I've never tried this yet before. This is the Pitboss Pellets. It's a cherry, apple, and maple blend. And what you're looking for a flame. You're looking for the pellets to start going. You'll hear it really good. And once it gets up, I'll show you what it's supposed to look like. I'm not gonna leave it wide open. And we'll let that get started, okay? All right, good morning. All right, we're gonna prep the meat. Captain Rachel next door, she brought a pork over. I told her I would put it on the smoker for her. And this is ours. You can see they're really not that fatty. I'm sorry, they don't really have a big giant fat cap on them. This one I could probably might trim this off a little bit, but this looks fine. If you look through these meats, I mean, there's so much fat that's going through them. These, I don't think I need to do too much anything. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to rub these down with some just regular yellow mustard. You can anything that you want to flavor it with. You can use any kind of mustard style. And we're going to use some Tennessee apple butter today. It's between them or the Pitboss Mango Magic. They've already been washed. She's already washed them down, and you don't need like a whole lot. What we're trying to do is just, and right now I just put the Pitboss on. We'll wash these down with my bad hands. All right, that's good. All right, let me wash my hands real quick. But just put it with mustard. You can put it on any kind you want. We're using Pitboss. We kind of like the product that we're using. And that's pretty much it. We'll let it sit for about 10-15 minutes while I got the Pitboss on. It's starting to get up to temperature now. We're going to do the exact same thing with this. And then later today, we're going to make our Death Punch beans, and we're going to make some coleslaw. The smoke, the flame is going really good right now. So now we put it up to 250 degrees. And now we're just waiting for the smoker to get up to 250. And then we'll go ahead and put the pork on, okay? Okay. She's at 250. She was just at 260. All right, now it's at 240. Okay, that's because I just opened the door up to put the porks on. Both the porks on. I know you can't really see. Sorry. There you go. The pork's on. I'm sorry, my garage is really dark. It's pretty early in the morning. Okay. You have a pan here. In your pan, you need to take the pan. The pan needs to be up about 3/4 of the way up, filled with water. Okay. Water. That's our city accent. Okay. I set it at 250. It's up like there. What you need to understand with this and a pellet smoker, my last smoker was a charbroil, and it was had a heating element in it. So it's pretty much just like your oven. When you set the temperature, it stays at that temperature, and you put your wood in there. Here we have a pellet. We have a pellet smoker, and we just got, as you see the pellets, you fill it in through the back here. There's the pellets. I just put like a whole 30 pound bag in here. Okay. Because I'm looking through the back of it and you can't see anything because it's so dark in here. It's so early. Okay, so what you need to understand with pellets is that when a temperature starts going down past like you want it 250, say it starts getting around 230, 220, what happens is that the auger starts feeding in pellets. And as it feeds, it is like anything. When you heat up a fire, it gets kind of hot. And so it'll spike a little bit. It'll, you know, it'll go above 250. It's not going to stay right at 250. It's going to be around 250, and the pit boss will adjust itself as it goes. But you have a pan in there that you have to you have to put water in. What I've noticed, can you put them back on, please? Can you put the lights back on? What I've noticed is if the pan goes dry, it will spike the heat up inside there. So you really got to keep water in there. Now, the water in there. To me, it kind of levels. I've never seen, you know, the smoker. That's the only thing I'm a little confused about. That a lot of people don't even put water in their smokers. But it seems like you have to make sure you got liquids in there in order to keep the temperature, you know, kind of where you want it at. Yeah, it's starting to rain. I was really supposed to be out fishing today. I was going rock fishing, striped bass fishing. But it's supposed to get pretty windy, and it's already raining. It's going to be 100% rain all day long. Okay, so she set every hour. We're probably going to let this get in. We're probably going to let this get about 2 hours in, and then every hour we're going to go ahead and spritz it with some apple juice. We're just going to spray it, just because you can inject it. You can do whatever you want. I'm hoping they're done around 2 o'clock. We are going to make some coleslaw, and we are going to make our death punch beans. Once we make the beans, I'm going to bring them back out. I'm actually going to stick them in the smoker underneath the pork, and let the drippings go inside our beans. All right.
Troubadour.
Okay, we basically almost added everything in here and let it cook with the meat and everything. Now we're just going to take this and we're going to add it to the beans. Everything, all the juice in the the bottle, because that's all that brown sugar's in there. I don't know how much mustard. Half a cup maybe? Half a cup?
No.
Quarter cup?
Quarter cup.
Not a quarter cup. A quarter cup of just regular mustard.
And then we'll add a little bit more of the sweet raw.
Well, remember, we're getting ready to add.
Right, well, this is sweet and that's not, so.
All right, so we've never used the Pit Boss, the seasoning, so I'll say a total of, I don't know, maybe two tablespoons.
Yeah.
For this whole thing.
All right, so then.
Now I would only go with maybe 1 tablespoon of that. I wouldn't go crazy.
I wouldn't even do that much.
Really?
I do. Give me the little teaspoon.
Yeah. Teaspoon? I would probably do.
No. For right now, and then okay. we taste it as we go.
Okay, that's good. We'll go with that. If you want to add more, you can.
Right.
This gets you in the end. It gets you in the end. The Oakridge barbecue, it's called. Habanero Death Dust.
And I'll add a little bit more hot sauce.
Did you add hot sauce yet?
Just a dab.
Right. Like I said, the heat is completely up to you. Now, everything's cooked. I mean, you can try it now and see what it tastes like. We'll mix it up. I'll give it a quick little taste. Yeah. I think I could eat it just now. I think it tastes good now. We could probably stick it on a plate and eat it.
Mm-hmm.
That tastes good?
Mm-hmm. It's a little sweet, but yeah, but you got the heat.
Yep. Mm-hmm. That's where the heat comes in afterwards.
That's the way we want it.
Yep. Okay, we got that. When you first taste it, you get that nice little sweet taste. That's what makes it addicting to keep eating. And then once you kind of took a couple swallows, you feel the heat coming in the back. Okay, it's going on the smoker. Yeah, and then we're going to make the coleslaw. Now the Pit Boss has temperature gauges on them. I've always just like this. Check this. Let me give you a good indication. You take any temperature gauge that you got, and if you want to see how accurate it is, take a glass of ice water. Okay. Once you get it in there and you get it cold, dip your temperature gauge inside there, and it should be around 32 degrees. Do not take the point of this and put it on any ice. Make sure it's sitting in the middle of the water, and once it gets, if it stays around 32 degrees, you know how accurate your temperature gauge is. Uh-oh. Holy moly. I'm actually going to turn this board around. Look, it's on rollers. See how easy that is?
Watch the beans.
Yeah, that's there you go. You can see that now. That's looking real good. All right, just let me get an idea. Don't touch the bone. When you're going to check this meat, make sure you're not touching the bone. That one's around 160 there. So we're between 155. She's putting some apple juice on it. All right. And that should sit there for the rest of the cook time. All right, we'll come out every once in a while. How's the water looking?
All right. I think maybe it might need a dab.
And try not to put real cold water in there too. All right, my buddy, he took these beans, he put them in a crock pot like we did last weekend. We just made some, wings, and we just did them in a crock pot. So we cooked the meat. Once we kind of cooked the meat and the onions and green peppers like we did, we kind of just stuck everything in a crock pot, and I think we let it cook for like 5 or 6 hours on low. Just let it cook, and the more it kind of cooks, the better it gets. So, all right, so we have a dilemma in the Tudor family, in the Outdoors of Maryland family. We have 3 people in here, and 2 people do not like mayonnaise. So when we make our coleslaw, you might want to pick your favorite, or you might like what we do. If you have a person that don't like coleslaw, you might want to try this on our pork sandwiches. My wife's going to do it. All right, and she's going to go through it with you with the coleslaw. Go ahead, honey.
Lot. This is a pound of coleslaw. I add a cup of pickle juice.
We use regular dill pickle juice instead of vinegar.
I use a ½ cup of vegetable oil. And I add like 2 tablespoons of Dijon.
Dijon mustard.
Yes. Which I just ad-lib it myself.
We're not precise. We just, we're giving you the ingredients, but you can adjust any of that. Like with the beans, you can make it hot. I know that my buddy, he made it extremely hot. But you know what he did with the beans? He says the longer they kind of sit, the better they were getting. And he actually used the beans instead of any kind of other stuff in a taco. So he put it at the bottom of a taco and had it. Man, we're ready to try. We might try that.
A tablespoon of sugar. About a tablespoon of parsley, and then we're going to do the same with the sweet heat.
You're gonna put sweet heat in it?
Yeah, why not? Do anything.
What do you usually put in other than the sweet heat?
Some kind of barbecue.
Yeah, she'll put some kind of a barbecue seasoning in it. So we tried this for Pitboss, the sweet heat. We've been liking the sweet heat stuff.
And then we'll put a ¼ cup of apple cider vinegar. Not a half, so we'll do it half here. And that should be enough. And then you just mix it and just put it in the refrigerator to chill.
We've just started using pickle juice from the jar. I think we used her Clausen's little Clausen dill pickles.
Yep, and that's about it. And you just put it in the you can garnish with more parsley if you needed to. Just put it in the refrigerator.
Yep, mix
Let it sit.
Let it sit.
Sit and set.
She's gonna put more mustard in it.
Yeah, because it was such a big bag, I usually do half the bag if it's just me and you. But, so I'll just...
Yeah, we're going to give some of this to Rachel. That's why she got the bigger bag. Yeah. Kind of what...
Mm-hmm. Very good.
Yeah, she likes vinegar, man.
I like tart.
She likes it tart. When you're doing any kind of pork or beef, like a brisket or something, when you get to that 165 degrees, that's called a stall. And the stall, that could sit there for a couple hours, you know. That's when that meat, it just kind of stays right around 165. It stays around that temperature. And that's when the fat in the meat really starts breaking down. And it might take a while. And then all of a sudden it'll just kind of just switches up. And once you get to around, it gets to about 170. It shouldn't take but maybe another hour and a half, 2 hours, usually, depending on how big. We don't understand why. These have been on since 7 o'clock. They're only about 4 or 5 pounds, and they're taking a little bit longer than we really want them to.
Am I gonna be able to hold it?
Hold on.
Got it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Well, they look pretty darn good to me. Okay, come on, Molly, out of here. All right, we took it off the smoker, and like a dummy, I forgot to take it off. I forgot to tape us taking it off. But we're letting it rest. But that looks amazing. Look at that. All right, we're gonna let this rest. Rachel's getting ready to come over and get hers. We got her some beans and some coleslaw made up because we're just so nice. We're done. These beans, I already taste them. They are freaking amazing. I loved them the last time we did them in the crock pot, but we actually put them underneath the pork. All the drippings went in there. Great. The pork tastes wonderful. There's our coleslaw. It looks great. Well, I hope you liked the video. If you like it, give it a thumbs up. And leave a comment. And make sure you subscribe. All right. See you. Bye, Lori.